morning. Let's call our meeting to order this Tuesday, September 3rd at 9:31 a.m. Let's begin with a roll call. Commissioner Henry. Here. Commissioner Tedesco.
Here.
Commissioner Pinter. Here. Commissioner Odorizio. Here. Commissioner Baca.
Here.
If I could invite you all to join us with the Pledge of Allegiance. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, that passes unanimously. This morning we have a number of proclamations, the first of which is our Adams County Employee Recognition Day. First up, I'm excited to take a moment to recognize the amazing people who work at the Adams County for the Employee Recognition Day. Our employees are here at the county, are the heart and soul of the work we do, and are an extremely talented group of public servants who work hard every day for the communities we serve. As of last year, Adams County had more than 2,900 employees across all departments, including all of our elected offices and the Sheriff's Office. This proclamation is for each and every one of those employees in grateful recognition of all they do for every single Adams County resident, business owner, student, visitor, any person who enters our county. Thank you for what you do. Let me open the official whereas. Whereas, the Adams County Board of Commissioners proudly acknowledges the invaluable contributions of our dedicated employees, which serve as the cornerstone of an efficient and responsive county government. And whereas the Board of County Commissioners is unwavering in its commitment to honor and celebrate these exceptional contributions through the year 2024. And whereas it is a long-standing tradition in Adams County to set aside a special day dedicated to recognizing and appreciating the remarkable efforts of our employees. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Adams, State of Colorado, September 4th, is hereby designated as Adams County Employee Recognition Day, and that is signed by all of us. We are joined today by Caitlin Trevor. Come on down. Who will share more about the efforts happening here in Adams County this week to help recognize some of our employees who have gone above and beyond. Caitlin, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you, Commissioners. So I'm Caitlin Trevor, the Employee Experience Manager within People and Culture and the Program Manager for the Adams County Employee Recognition Program. I'm thrilled to be here today to speak to you about this proclamation, recognizing the incredible contributions of Adams County employees. First, I wanted to say thank you to our commissioners for their unwavering support of our recognition programs. Thanks to you, we've built a vibrant culture where every individual's hard work and dedication are truly celebrated. These programs are more than just ceremonies. They're the heartbeats of our community, driving us towards greater retention, engagement, and productivity. They give us the chance to elevate the entire employee experience and make each one of us feel valued. As a small token of our gratitude for the employees of Adams County, we'll be hosting the annual Employee Recognition Luncheon tomorrow. This is not just an event, but a celebration of excellence where we'll be honoring employees who've hit significant years of service milestones, recognizing those who've earned an Employee of the Season Award in 2023 for their exceptional performance in embodying our core values, and cheering on our 2023 Wellness Champions for their commitment to our Journey to Wellness program. And let's not forget the pinnacle of our celebration, and certainly my favorite part, the Employee of All Seasons Award, or our version of the Employee of the Year, who will also be announced and honored at the luncheon. We're thrilled that this year will be one of our largest events with almost 600 invitees. So that's 333 employees that are reaching milestones from 5 years to 35 years of dedicated service. Among them, we have 182 employees with over 20 years of service, including 20 with over 30 years of service and 6 with more than 35 years of service. These numbers are a true testament to the loyalty and dedication of our incredible employees. We'll also be honoring 25 outstanding Employee of the Season winners and 20 remarkable wellness champions. Lastly, a special shout out is due to our phenomenal Employee Recognition Luncheon Committee. These dedicated individuals have been working behind the scenes to ensure that this event is a true celebration for our employees. Their tireless efforts make sure that this day is all about putting together an experience where employees feel valued and appreciated, and where they can enjoy a celebration that is all about them and having a little fun with their peers. So special thanks to Samantha Deese, Lynn Ford, Monica Pena, Grace Ryan, Joe Caldwell, Matthew Kay, Stephen Dortis, Norma Olivas, Jesse Cutting, Brian Dirth, Jason Lewis, Amy Jones, Courtney Cox, and Jose Cortez. We're so very excited to see everyone tomorrow and to celebrate our incredible employees. Thank you once again for recognizing and embracing this special occasion.
Thank you so much. I know I'm looking forward to celebrating with y'all tomorrow as well. Colleagues, do we have any comments on this topic? Commissioner Henry.
I just want to tell the staff how much I appreciate you all. This will be my last employee recognition luncheon after 12 years of serving you and being your leader, and hopefully I haven't let you down. I know our very first employee meeting that we had after I was elected, I promised you that my face would never be on the front page on the Denver Post after a decade of scandal and corruption. With your help, we've been able to elevate Adams County to an incredible place to be and to work, and I really appreciate that. On the day in January for the inauguration, I have the privilege and honor that my fellow commissioners are allowing us to celebrate mine and Commissioner Tedesco's 12 years of service. And I really hope that you all are able to attend that. And like I said, it's heartfelt that I really appreciate all the work. I've always told you all, you make me look good. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Tedesco.
Yeah, I think I'd like to echo those words. You know, when we first came in, even 12 years ago, she's exactly right. You know, Adams County was in the newspaper almost on a weekly basis, if not a daily basis. I think all of you that have been here quite a while kind of remember that era and what we had to go through to change that. And one of the things that I'm very proud of is when I first came in, and even I stood in front of everybody when we were developing the Peatman Ellis building, the words were, we envisioned having a world-class employees delivering world-class services in world-class facilities. And over the last 10 years, 12 years, we have been able to deliver on all three of those. We have over a 90% approval rating from our employees. That doesn't come from just us. That comes from the embodiment of what Adams County is and what you're doing in the services every day. And for that, I am greatly appreciative of the time that I've had here and the time that I've been able to serve with you. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done.
Thank you. Let's go down the line. Commissioner Odoricio.
As somebody who's very proud tomorrow to have received, I already got it on my desk, the 15-year pin. Before I was a county commissioner, I was at the prosecutor's office in the 17th Judicial District, and it was an honor and privilege to work with the folks there. And it's an honor and privilege since that time to be able to work with the folks in the Board of County Commissioners and all these different folks in the department. So I just want you to know it's an honor and privilege to work with public servants, because it's not the paycheck you're chasing, but it is the paycheck and the awards and the benefits that we've tried to make better, because you are delivering the services, the lifestyle, the quality of life, the protections to so many folks in this community. And it's that public service over the years with all the public servants that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. So thank you all very much for all of your work. And that's all I can say is thank you, and let's keep it going.
Great. Thank you, Chair. Good morning, everyone. You know, this is really touching to me because I was an employee of Adams County for 13 years before I decided to leave and go on to a new adventure. So I've worked for the city of Thornton, city of Aurora, but Adams County is home for me. I'm a second generation Adams County resident. I saw the changes in Adams County. I certainly left at the height of what Commissioner Henry is was talking about, we were on the page every day. People went to jail for racketeering, and it was a horrible time and a dark time for Adams County. And it is such an honor to sit here and to represent Adams County, and it's the efforts of all the employees that when we go to national conference, that they talk about our Parks and Rec program, that they talk about our road and streets and our bridge programs, and our human services program, and standing up a health department. And we've been invited to places that we wouldn't have been as a county if it wasn't for our employees, such as we were in Washington, D.C. We were invited to one of the Health and Human Services Department to talk about what it's like to be Latino in America and what health challenges do we face. But I know that there's a lot of discussion. I've been an employee for 13 years of Adams County, another 15 years in other jurisdictions, and there's a lot of discussion these days, I imagine, amongst the staff. And tomorrow is to celebrate you in the light of challenges and changes here in the county, whether that is leadership changes at the top, whether it's electing new leaders in November, and we'll face all of these challenges together. It's a new chapter for Adams County. And in January, as Commissioner Henry stated, is that we will also be welcoming 2 new county commissioners. So for the first time in 12 years, Commissioners Henry and Tedesco have served, and this is the first time in 12 years that the county will go to the ballot in November, and they will elect 2 brand new county commissioners. So along with that celebration, we will also recognize our colleagues as they enter the next chapter of their career, political, retirement, whatever the next adventure for them will be. So thank you, and we look forward to celebrating you tomorrow.
Thank you for all of that. I agree with everything my colleagues said, and in particular, with 2,900 employees, when you achieve excellence, as so many of our departments do every day, it is something that is held at every layer of management and every layer of employee. You hold it with coworkers, you hold it with your bosses, and you make a vision for this county a reality. And that's been incredible work, and you are really diligent in those efforts. And I'm proud to be an Adams County employee and resident, and that's because of the work that you all do. So thank you very much. We will be doing photos at the end, so Caitlin, please stick around. We have 2 more proclamations. There were a lot of celebrations today. Our next proclamation recognizes the important topic that has also touched many who live in Adams County: overdose and substance abuse, both of which have seen concerning rates of increase in the recent years, especially with hardcore substances like fentanyl and xylazine that have changed the landscape of our community. International Overdose Awareness Day offers us a chance to remember lives lost to overdose, as well as hold space those who have personally lost loved ones and have survived an overdose personally, or those who have helped respond in an overdose situation. In addition, it serves as an important reminder that this is a very real, important issue for our community, even if it's a difficult one to talk about. Commissioner Odoricio will read the proclamation.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This proclamation is entitled International Overdose Awareness Day, August 31st, 2024. Whereas the Adams County Board of County Commissioners wants to support and recognize all people who have lost a loved one due to an overdose. They want to recognize the individuals in our community who have lived, experienced, and are surviving from challenges of overdose. They want to support and recognize all the community members who are no longer with us due to overdose, and support and recognize the many individuals in our community who have responded to an overdose, whether they are first responders or everyday members of our community. And whereas August 31st, 2024 was International Overdose Awareness Day, and whereas this year marked the 23rd anniversary of International Overdose Awareness Day, to remember those who died from overdose, to raise awareness of overdose, and to reduce the stigma of overdose-related deaths, and finally to acknowledge the pain and grief felt by those who have lost a loved one. And whereas overdose rates continue to increase annually, including in Adams County, which has experienced the loss of 155 community members in 2000 2023 due to opioid-related overdose deaths. And whereas overdose does not discriminate, and any person can die from drug overdose regarding of age, gender, race, ethnicity, socioeconomic status, patterns of substance use, or any other factor. And all drugs can cause overdose, including prescribed medications. Whereas Adams County's Health Department's harm reduction program, called Project Connects, has significantly increased overdose awareness and decreased the potential of fatal opioid overdoses by providing over 5,500 doses of naloxone, which is the overdose reversal medication, often called by the brand name Narcan, and having thousands of meaningful interactions with community members to provide overdose recognition, prevention, and response education so far in 2024. And whereas Project Connects seeks to promote health while building connections through Adams County for all people who live, work, play here, while reducing overdose stigma and its impact on people who use substances and their families through education and awareness. Whereas overdose deaths are preventable, overdose is reversible, and any person in our community can be an overdose responder by carrying naloxone, which is widely available at both harm reduction programs like Project Connects and with no prescription necessary at pharmacies within Adams County. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners in the state of Colorado proclaims August 31st, 2024 as Overdose Awareness Day, and it is signed by all 5 commissioners. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I believe we also have Dr. Darcy Martinez from the Public Health Nursing Division of the Adams County Health Department to come on down and make some comments as well, and to share information about the work her team is doing and to provide essential harm reduction services to people who use substances in our community. And in doing your work, you prevent overdoses every single day. Thank you for being here, Dr. Martinez.
Good morning. Dear members of the Board of County Commissioners, thank you for your valuable time in supporting the proclamation. My name, again, is Dr. Darcy Martinez. I am the Adams County Health Department Nursing Division Director, and I'm proud to be here with Rachel Hall, our Harm Reduction Project Support, Project Connects team lead. And we also have our Project Connects team in the audience and our harm reduction team, so really wanted to acknowledge them. They are fighting the opioid crisis daily. In a recent article, researchers announced that the degree of separation as related to knowing someone or knowing someone who knows someone who has died of an overdose is narrowing. By 6 degrees of separation, that theory proposes that because we are all linked by chains of acquaintance, you are just 6 introductions away from any other person on the planet. It used to be 4 degrees of separation from knowing someone that died of overdose, but new studies say that's even 2 or 3 degrees of separation these days. The opioid epidemic is a wicked problem of the worst kind. A holistic approach could become the best hope in the battle against opioid addiction, from emerging new partners in the fight and aligning action across the county, and using a holistic portfolio of harm reduction interventions and sustainable solutions. We need harm reduction strategies to ensure that people in future generations all stand for far more than 6 degrees apart from the opioid epidemic. This year, I'm thinking of Andy Binkowski, who died of overdose in 2024, 1 degree of separation. Nina Leon died of overdose in 2024, 1 degree of separation. Those lost in Adams County, 155 in 2023, 2 and 3 degrees of separation. How many degrees away is anyone from an opioid tragedy? Thank you for supporting the health department's efforts to combat the opioid and overdose crisis. Thank you for your courageous support. We look forward to a brighter future where nobody has to die like this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Martinez. With the previous instructions, please stick around for photos after our last proclamation. Our next proclamation tackles the important topic of chronic absenteeism in schools and how important it is for all of us here in Adams County to show our support for our community's kids to help them show up for school. Consistent regular attendance in school for students of all ages leads to better outcomes for our children and for the entire county. Our schools thrive, our neighborhoods are safer overall, and our economy is stronger when children are engaged in their school communities. As we issue this proclamation today for Attendance Awareness Month, we want to send a clear message that not only does school attendance matter, but each student in our community also matters. Let me read the proclamation. Whereas the nation is experiencing a school absenteeism crisis, making good attendance more essential than ever to student well-being, achievement, and the pursuit of success through adulthood through various educational and vocational pursuits. And whereas students and families are more likely to show up and engage where there are positive conditions for learning in their communities, including the physical and emotional health and safety, and a sense of belonging, connection, support, academic challenges, and engagement, peers and adults with social emotional competency. And whereas reducing chronic absenteeism, missing more than 10% of a school year for any reason, requires a collective visioning of comprehensive trauma-informed approach that starts with prevention and early intervention that can create a communal sense of belonging for students and families in Adams County. And whereas consistent school attendance is foundational to the economic prosperity, health, and overall well-being of communities, it helps to develop an educated, healthy, and socially responsible population, which in turn nurtures our thriving and resilient Adams County community. And whereas improving attendance and engagement takes schools, families, elected leaders, and other community partners working together to improve attendance, engagement, and trust in our schools, and to identify and address barriers to being in school. And whereas Adams County families, business owners, leaders, and youth play a crucial role in changing the culture of school attendance in our communities, it's imperative that we increase our dialogue about school attendance and commit to noticing early signs of chronic absenteeism. By doing so, we can engage students and families promptly with the necessary support and resources, a vital early learning intervention strategy to fostering an environment where every student is present and ready to learn, has increased access to resources and increased feelings of belonging, and improved family-school relationships. And whereas Adams County stands with the nation in recognizing September as Attendance Awareness Month and supports the work done by the Adams County Collaborative Management Program to reduce absenteeism and address the factors that cause students to miss school and ensure all children have an equal opportunity to learn, grow, and thrive academically, emotionally, and socially. And whereas communities must work together to strengthen an environment that motivates school attendance and sends the message that every student has the power to take responsibility for their learning, engagement, and growth, and must work to hold systems accountable for providing healthy, safe environments for all students to thrive and succeed. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of the County of Adams, the State of Colorado, proclaims September 2024 as Attendance Awareness Month, and that is signed by all of us. We are joined by some special guests today who will make a presentation and remarks on this topic. Please join me in welcoming McKenna Haynes, Supervisor for the Adams County Collaborative Management Program, as well as some special guests, 5 students from Prairie View High School. Please come on down. McKenna, get us started and introduce the student guests.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is McKenna Hines, and I'm the supervisor of the Adams County Collaborative Management Program, a partnership of family-serving agencies in Adams County that is focused on prevention, intervention, elevating family voices, and streamlining access to community resources. We are here today as part of a countywide campaign to bring awareness to the issue of chronic absenteeism and to highlight how partnerships such as the Adams County Collaborative Management Program, our local leadership teams, businesses, and community members play a role in increasing engagement opportunities and promoting healthy attendance habits for all Adams County students. I'm here with students from Prairie View High School this morning who have a short message for you as we proclaim September to be Attendance Awareness Month, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Vanessa Garcia. I'm a current high school senior at Prairie View High School and the current CEO of our business program.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is CJ Schnitger. I'm also a senior in Prairie View High School, as well as holding the position of Operations and Outreach Officer in our business program.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kaylee Dryling, and I'm also a senior at Prairie View High School and also hold the Creative Director position within our business program.
Good morning, Commissioners. I am Braylon Mays, a senior at Prairie View High School, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer in our business department.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Zoe Maupin, and I am a senior at Prairie View High School, and I hold HR position on our business program.
We are here today because we care about our school, our friends, and our future. We all know how important it is to show up to school, but sometimes it is not that simple. That's why I'm asking for your help to make it easier for students like me to stay engaged.
I've learned that missing just 2 days of month can mess with our chances of graduating. Think about that. 2 days. If we fall behind early, it is so much harder to catch up later. It's not just about our grades. Our attendance can actually predict whether we'll graduate or not. That's huge. When we're not in school, it's not just our future that's affected. Our whole community feels it. We need an educated and healthy population to keep our neighborhoods safe and our local businesses thriving.
But here's the thing. Sometimes we're dealing with stuff that makes it really hard to be in school. Maybe we're sick, maybe we don't feel safe, or maybe there's something going on at home. It's not that we don't care, it's just that life gets in the way. That's why it's so important for us to have the right support. Our schools work really hard to connect our families with the help we need, but we need more. We need policies to make sure every student has a fair shot at being in school and staying engaged.
Now, what we need from you, we need our community leaders to step up and make changes that really support us. This includes creating policies that focus on early intervention when we start to miss school, as well as providing mental health resources and ensuring schools are safe and welcoming for everyone. Our families also play a huge role in this too, so we need to make sure that they are involved and have resources that they need to support us. That could be better communication from schools, more family engagement programs, and addressing issues like transportation, childcare for our younger siblings, good jobs for our parents, and healthcare that could keep us out of the classroom.
We're ready to do our part by showing up, but we need to know that you've got our backs. When we feel supported and see our community is invested in our success, it motivates us to keep going, even when things get tough. So I'm asking you, will you work with us to make sure every student in our community has the opportunity to succeed? Let's create a community where attendance isn't just an expectation, but it's something we all can achieve together. We're counting on you to help make that happen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause for these students. I believe that concludes our recognitions and proclamations. Now we'll go and do photos with everyone who did a presentation. We'll start at the top with Caitlin for employee recognition. Let's all head down. presentation and brings us back to our regular programming, as it were. This is the moment in our agenda where we welcome citizen communication on any topic. We do have, let me just double check, a land use case today. So if you're here to speak on that one, please hold your comments till we get to that land use hearing. But if you're here for any citizen communication on any topic, now is your moment. Please come on down, introduce yourself, name and address. You'll have 3 minutes. Erica, do we have anyone signed up in advance?
We do not.
Okay, so come on down. This is your moment. All right. So seeing as how no one is walking to the podium, we'll conclude citizen communication and turn it back to my colleagues for elected official communication. Any communication from my colleagues? All right. Then we have a consent calendar. Is there a motion on the consent calendar?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, the consent calendar passes unanimously, which brings us to new business from the county manager. Anything else this morning? County attorney.
Good morning, Commissioners. I would ask that we go into 2 executive sessions today. The first is pursuant to Colorado Revised Statute 24.6.4024F for the purpose of discussing the annual review of the county attorney.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All right.
That also passes unanimously.
And then the second is pursuant to Colorado Revised Statute 24.6.4024F for the purpose of discussing personnel matter regarding interim county manager.
Second.
Moved and seconded, that passes unanimously. And by way of comment, it is the goal of this board to hire an interim county manager to safely carry this organization through as County Manager Bernal is departing. We thank him for his service, and that person would be an interim and be a caretaker for the next few months to get us into the new year, which would allow us, with a new board in place, to place a job description and hire for that position in the spring. So we're all very excited to meet the interim candidates and hear more about the process. The county attorney has graciously guided that, and there have been a lot of technical details in getting that done. So thank you, county attorney, and I assume many staff who have supported you in that process to get us to a place where we have an opportunity to meet and then hopefully select an interim to be the caretaker for the next few months, which puts us in a really good position to hire a strong candidate in the spring. Any other comments from my colleagues? Okay. That brings us to that land use case that I mentioned earlier. We do have one land use case, RCU 2023-66, Kamerra Industrial Rezoning. I assume staff would like a few minutes to set up. Yes? Okay, so we'll go ahead. What time is it? We'll return at 10:10, so we're in recess. All right, let's return to our public hearing and start with this land use, RCU 2023-66, Kamerra Industrial Rezoning. I'll hand it over to you to get started.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. Nick Eagleson with the Community and Economic Development Department. And this is the Kamerra Industrial Rezoning, case number RCU 2023-66. And this is located at 34025 East 48th Avenue. So the request is for a zoning map amendment or a rezoning of approximately 11 acres from Agricultural 2 to Industrial 1. Here's a large aerial view of where the site is located. You can see East 48th Avenue directly adjacent to the south and Bowden Road to the east here. And then just for context, Hudson Road is located here to the west, and to the northeast is the Colorado Air and Spaceport. Here's a closer aerial view of the site. Again, East 48th Avenue to the south, which is where the site takes access from. Here's in Bowden Road again to the east. As you can see, it's surrounded by solar on the northeast and west sides of the property. There's also some single-family residential located to the east here. Then the properties to the south are currently vacant. So again, the zoning for the property is A2. The surrounding zoning is the majority of it is A3. The aerial portions that you can see here to the southwest and to the east of Bowden Road, those are located within the City of Aurora's jurisdiction. And their zone district is AD or Airport District and does support higher commercial and low industrial as well. The future land use for this property and the surrounding properties, it's located within the Colorado Air and Spaceport sub-area plan, and that designates the future land use as mixed-use industrial, which would support this I-1 zone district. When looking at the criteria for approval for rezoning, we look to see that it's consistent with the comprehensive plan, that it's consistent with our development standards and also complies with our development standards, and is also harmonious and compatible with the surrounding area. When looking at our I-1 zone district dimensional standards, we look to ensure that it has the proper lot size as well as lot width. The minimum lot size for the I-1 zone district is 1 acre. Again, this is approximately 11 acres in size, and then the minimum lot width requirement is 100 feet. And this property has 290 feet of lot width. I just wanted to include a conceptual site plan of what's out there today. There's 2 structures that the applicant has stated that both are vacant, not being used, but they are proposing in this red box here for future storage of equipment for their business. So just wanted to, again, this site plan is not binding to the rezoning, but just wanted to include this within the presentation. Here's some photos of the site. Top left is looking towards the east, down 46th Avenue with the property located on the left. Bottom left is looking directly to the north end of the property. Top right is looking to the south, and then that last photo, the bottom right, is looking towards the west, again, along 40th Avenue. During the referral period, we notified property owners and occupants within 1 mile of the site. A total of 29 notifications were sent, and staff did not receive any comments. And staff did also did not receive any objections from referral agencies when notified. This did go to Planning Commission on August 8th. At that time, there was no public comment, and Planning Commission did vote to recommend approval by a vote of 6-0. Staff does believe that the request is consistent with the comprehensive plan, specifically within the Spaceport sub-area plan, that it's consistent with the development standards and regulations and would still be compatible with the surrounding area. With that, staff is recommending approval of the zoning map amendment with 4 findings of fact and 2 notes. Here are those findings of fact and the 2 notes, and just wanted to point out that first note there that this approval of the rezoning does not approve that conceptual site plan. So any future operations on the site, the applicant would be required to come in for a change in use permit or any engineering requirements at that time, and staff would review that permit at that time for any permitted uses on the property. That concludes my presentation, and I'm available for questions. Thanks.
Thank you. Colleagues, do we have any questions for staff at this time? No questions for staff. That opens a moment for the applicant to make a presentation, if you would like to do so. It is optional. You can just come down and say your name and say, this is our plan. We'd like you to vote on it. So go ahead and introduce yourself, and if you have any comments on why you think this plan change is a good idea, please let us know.
So my name is Kristen Jessup, and I'm here representing this Kamerra rezone. I believe Nick pretty much covered everything, so I think it's consistent with whatever else is going to happen around the property as far as the developments that will happen within the next couple of years. So I don't have much more to say than what he already did, so thank you.
Thank you. Colleagues, do we have any questions for the applicant? Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is the moment where we'd invite the public to make a comment, but I don't believe I see any members of the public present. So if I'm missing you, please come on down. This is your time to make a comment on this land use matter. All right, closing public comment. That brings it back to the commission to ask any final questions, clarifying questions, make a statement, or make a motion.
Madam Chair, move to approve RCU 2023-66 with 4 findings of fact and 2 notes.
Second.
Moved and seconded. This passes unanimously. Congratulations. Thank you for your work on this, both to the applicant and to our staff. I believe that concludes our public hearing. Thank you so much.